BJT, bipolar junction transistor. There are of two types, NPN and PNP. So the three terminals, it is a three terminal device which consists of emitter, collector and base. Emitter is heavily doped, able to inject large number of carriers. Collector is moderately doped and it always collects carriers. Okay. Base is lightly doped and it is very thin, make two PN junction between emitter and collector. The two NPN device is three terminal BJT. One terminal is collector terminal. This this indicates the base and this is the emitter terminal. The emitter terminal is marked with an arrow. The direction of the arrow is from P type semiconductor to N type. So direction of arrow is from P to N. And here you can see the direction is from P to N. And this is the emitter, this is base and this is collector. This is the PNP. Okay. Operation of transistor. The transistor works in these configuration. The emitter base junction of the transistor should be forward biased and collector base junction is reversed biased. Then the transistor is forward active or in normal mode of operation. If the emitter base junction is forward biased and the collector base junction is also forward biased, the transistor goes into saturation. If the emitter base junction is reverse biased and the collector base junction is forward biased, the transistor works in reverse active mode. Okay, we normally do not use this kind of operation. And if the emitter base junction is reverse biased and collector base junction is reverse biased, then the transistor mode of operation is cutoff mode. We usually use the cutoff mode, saturation mode and active mode. But there are reverse active, reverse saturation and reverse cutoff mode also. These are the basic equations of transistor. The of BJT transistor, almost all of your equations are derived from these set of equations. So the first main equation is in the collector. These set of equation are for NPN and PNP both. So the emitter current is always equals to the collector current plus base current. Beta, there are two parameters, beta and alpha. Beta is our current gain, which is IC by IB. It is also written as HFE, and this is your alpha. Alpha is your current amplification factor. It is IC, collector current by emitter current. Both these parameters can be written in terms of each other. If alpha is going to be written in terms of beta, we can say beta divided by 1 plus beta, and if beta can going to be written in terms of alpha, we can say alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Then the collector reverse saturation current. Okay, so this is equals to the whole collector, the current due to the holes and the electrons. Okay, the collector current is composed of two types of current. One is alpha IE, means the collector current plus the reverse saturation current, and we can also write collector current equals to IC plus ICO. With these set of equation we can derive almost all the circuit parameter of the BJT. Then we have BJT biasing. There are three types of biasing. First is a fixed bias circuit. In this bias we use a separate battery for the biasing of the base terminal. This capacitor is used for the AC coupling. Okay, and the stability of the circuit is given by S equals to 1 plus beta. Then the most commonly used self biasing is self bias or emitter bias, or it can be also known as potential divider circuit. Here the base terminal voltage is the potential divider. The VCC is common between the base and the collector. So R1 and R2 makes a voltage divider circuit. The VTH, this network can be simplified by using the Thevenin voltage source. So VTH is equals to VCC times R2 divided by R1 plus R2, which is our voltage divider equation. Then the equivalent Thevenin resistance is given by the combination of R1 and R2, and R1 and R2 are both parallel to each other. So that's why R1 into R2 and R1 divided by R1 plus R2. The stability factor of this circuit is given by S equals to 1 plus beta 1 plus RTH by RE divided by 1 plus beta plus RTH by RE. RTH is our base Thevenin resistance, equivalent resistance, and RE is our emitter resistance. Okay, the third type of resistance biasing is collector to base bias or base bias with collector feedback. Here you can see that the collector voltage is fed back into the base. So S is equals to 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus beta RC, collector resistance, divided by base resistance plus collector resistance. Okay, you can also say R stability factor is mainly given by S is equals to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta d derivative of base current divided by the derivative of collector current.